Hello everyone, welcome to how to solve this very nice radical equation. The square root of x plus root y plus the square root of x minus root y equal to 4. Our job is to find all possible values of x and y such that x and y are positive integers. Means that x is greater than 0 and y is greater than 0. Now let's start by squaring both sides of this equation. The equation is the square root of x plus root y plus the square root of x minus root y equal to 4, and we square both sides of this equation. By using this algebraic identity, a plus b whole squared equal to a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. This left hand side will become square root of x plus root y squared plus the square root of x minus root y squared plus 2 times the square root of. We can write the product of these two expressions under one square root, this expression and this expression. So this will become x plus root y times x minus root y equal to 4 squared will become 16. Now this square will be cancelled out with this square root, and this square will be cancelled out with this square root. We are left with x plus root y plus x minus root y plus 2 times the square root of. By using this algebraic identity, a plus b times a minus b equal to a squared minus b squared. This x plus root y times x minus root y will become x squared minus root y squared equal to 16. Now this negative root y will be cancelled out with this positive root y, and this square will be cancelled out with this square root, and the equation will become this x plus this x will become 2 times x plus 2 times the square root of x squared minus y equal to 16. From the left hand side we can factor out 2 as common factor. In bracket left, x plus square root of x squared minus y equal to 16. Now if we divide both sides by 2, this implies that x plus the square root of x squared minus y equal to 8. Move this x to the right hand side, this will become the square root of x squared minus y equal to 8 minus x. Because this x squared minus y is in the square root, so this x squared minus y must be greater than or equal to 0. It means that this right hand side 8 minus x must be greater than or equal to 0. 8 minus x must be greater than or equal to 0. This implies that x must be less than or equal to 8. This is the first condition of the domain of this equation. Now we square again both sides of this equation. This will become the square root of x squared minus y equal to 8 minus x, and we take square of both sides. So this square will be cancelled out with this square root, and at left hand side we are left with x squared minus y equal to By using this algebraic identity, a minus b whole squared equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. This 8 minus x whole squared will become 64 minus 16 times x plus x squared. We subtract x squared from both sides. So this cancelled out and this cancelled out. We are left with negative y equal to 64 minus 16x, and this implies that y is equal to 16x minus 64. Now because y is a positive integer, means that y is greater than 0. So this right hand side 16x minus 64 must be greater than 0. This right hand side 16x minus 64 must be greater than 0. And this implies that 16x must be greater than 64, and if we divide both sides by 16, this implies that x must be greater than 4. This is the second condition of the domain of this equation. If we combine this second one and this first one, x must be less than or equal to 8, then we get the domain of this equation that x must be greater than 4 and x must be less than or equal to 8. So from this domain we get 4 values of x. 4 values of x. X is equal to greater than 4 is 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. We have 4 values for x. Now by using these 4 values we can find the values of y using this equation. So when x is equal to 5, then y will be equal to 16 times 5 minus 64 equal to 80 minus 64 equal to 16. It means that when x is equal to 5, then y will be equal to 16. So from here we get one pair. Now when x is equal to 6, then y will be equal to 16 times 6 minus 64 equal to 16 times 6 is 96 minus 64, and this will be equal to 32. Means that when x is equal to 6, then y will be equal to 32. So from here we get other pair 6 comma 32. Now when x is equal to 7, then y will be equal to 16 times 7 minus 64 equal to 112 minus 64, and this is equal to 48. So when x is equal to 7, then y will be equal to 48. So from here we get another pair 7 comma 48. Now when x is equal to 8, then y will be equal to 16 times 8 minus 64 equal to 16 times 8 is 128 minus 64, and this is equal to 64. Means that when x is equal to 8, then y will be equal to 64. So from here we get another pair 8 comma 64. So final set of solutions of x comma y is equal to, first pair is 5 comma 16, and the second is 6 comma 32, and the third is 7 comma 48, and the fourth is 8, 64. This is the final answer of this problem. Now let's verify one pair from these solutions in the original equation. The original equation is root x plus root y plus root x minus root y equal to 4. This is the original equation. In this equation we verify this first pair 5 and 16. So this will become the square root of 5 plus root 16 plus the square root of 5 minus root 16. Is this equal to 4? Next, the square root of this 5 plus root 16 will become 4 plus the square root of 5 minus root 16 will become 4. Is this equal to 4? Now this will become root 9 plus this will become root 1. Is this equal to 4? And root 9 is 3 plus root 1 is 1. Is this equal to 4? And 3 plus 1 is 4 equal to 4. You can see that left hand side equal to the right hand side, which means that this first pair is a valid solution. In the same way, if we verify these three other pairs, these are also valid solutions for this equation.